Hi, hello children. Very good morning to one and all. Have you enjoyed your holidays? You may think that what question she is asking. Sitting at home, what is enjoying? Isn't it? No going out, nothing. Yeah. But you might have enjoyed your mom's delicious food, isn't it? By eating that, you have become stout and plumpy, Yeah, fine. So now we'll move on to the learning side. We'll move on to the learning side so that your boredom will remove from your mind. You might have experienced that. So, I am Srivalli Budapar and your maths teacher. Okay, and my initial is given in your timetable as SU. And you have to keep 200 pages unruled book for geometry. So whatever you have to write, in that only you have to write. Now, why do we study mathematics? You may think that mathematics is so difficult. I am not going to take mathematics in future. Then why should I read that? Yeah, mathematics you have to read. So your day-to-day life you require mathematics. And you might have thought, already we have learned some basics. That is enough for our day-to-day life. Yes, it is enough. But if you want to take up higher studies, in science, if you are going to take science, mathematics is very important subject you can apply. And those who do not take science, and your mind will think, we are not going to take science or engineering, then why should we take science? Why should we learn maths? Now you know that you are using knife and sickle every day. See, after using that, so the sharpness will decrease. What will you do for that? So, you'll use stone or you'll use a silicon carbide to increase the sharpness. Same way, your brain, if you want to sharpen your brain, mathematics is the stone that required to sharpen your brain. So any field you go, you have to think, isn't it? So to make your thinking process in a coherent way or in a channeled way, one channel, whichever the field you go, you have to use your brain. For that you have to sharpen your brain. So sharpening tool is nothing but mathematics. It sharpens your brain. So, mathematics is very important. Don't think that mathematics is so difficult, we don't understand. All these are meaningless sentences. Mathematics is easiest of all the subjects if you learn and if you listen properly. Develop interest towards mathematics. And surely if you listen properly and if you one day you will tell me that mathematics is so easy, all other subjects are difficult, we have to learn by heart, all these things. In mathematics, no need to learn by heart. You have to understand the concept. That's enough. See, after understanding the concept, when you find out the solution, you will become so happy that you think that everything comes to you in your hand. That happiness you'll get. Same way, see, when you solve the problems in your life, also you'll get happiness. That mentality you'll get to face the problems. So, everyone can understand mathematics. Everybody can score full marks in mathematics. So keep this in mind. Don't think that I cannot learn mathematics. All these are meaningless sentences. Everybody can learn and everybody can score mathematics. See, I want a promise from you and all. So you have to learn mathematics, and one day you have to tell me that mathematics is so interesting. We love mathematics and it gives great happiness when you find the solution. Okay? So today I am going to take in the mathematics, I take only the geometry part. So what is geometry? How this geometry derived? The meaning of geometry, geo means earth, metry means measuring. So metron is measuring, so two words combined, geometry. It's a Greek word. Geometry is a Greek word, but geometry is more developed by Egyptians. You might have learned Egyptian civilization in your social studies. So where the Egyptians civilization developed? It's on the bank of Nile River. How they have developed geometry? See, they were doing in that civilization, they were cultivating the land and they were constructing the buildings and all. But when the Nile River flooded, everything was taken away by the water. Their land, their crops, everything. So they found difficult to measure their land. At the time, they have developed geometry. So they found the alternative methods by measuring the land and putting the boundaries. So geometry is developed by the Egyptians, and later they have developed in so much. You might have heard mummies and all. So all those are pyramids. So they have developed three-dimensional geometry also. So there are many mathematicians who developed mathematics. In that, the main are Euclid and Pythagoras, then Kepler. All these were mathematicians. And Euclid is the first one who wrote the book on geometry called Elements. So Elements was a book which was sold to the maximum extent. So he has written in that the main concepts of geometry or basic rules what we follow in geometry. And this was a book written by Euclid, as he was the one who developed geometry and he was considered as father of geometry. Not only foreigners, even Indians had great interest on geometry, and they were the first one to develop geometry. Why then Indians were neglected? Only foreigners came in pictures. Because, see here, we Indians are lazy bugs. We don't want to get named and we don't want to write anything and we don't keep the document at all. We are very lazy bugs. So, because of that, they were the one who has written that in the book and they got the name. Of course, in later in Sanskrit you will study why Pythagoras theorem. It was actually Indian's name. It was Baudaina theorem. Why it is called as Pythagoras theorem? The history you will study in Sanskrit in higher classes. That we don't want now. So in India also we had great mathematicians like Baudaina and Brahmagupta, Mahavira, Bhaskaracharya. All these were very good mathematicians. And the Silver Sutras written by Indian mathematician was the first record of mathematical law. So it was the first ancient book, ancient law of mathematics, and we were using geometry for doing Agni Kundas, Homas and Havanas we were using. There we were using geometry. So Indians were the first one to use geometry, but the credit went to the foreigners. Whatever, maybe we know that we are great. So we'll leave it. Now we will move on to the basic concepts of geometry. So you have understood, you should know something about geometry, so which I told here. Now later we'll go to the basic concept. So geometry starts with the point. Now what is a point? So point is a dot, just a dot. It has no dimension, no length, no breadth, then no area. Then what it has? It has position. So the point is a dot which has position but no dimension. And it is always referred by the English or named by, denoted by the English capital letter. Okay. Next, suppose if you move a point in a particular direction and if you stop there, then we'll get a straight line which has a particular length moving to some distance at a single direction or any one direction, and you are stopping there. So this is called the line segment. So which has definite length. Again it has no thickness. The line has no thickness but it has definite length. So it is, of course, you can move further. If I do like this, if I put arrow mark, that means you can extend this line to any length on either direction. So this is a straight line. So part of the straight line which has definite length is called line segment. Now, if two lines meet at a point, forms an angle. Or if they have a common point, then it forms an angle. Or to raise means what? A line which moves in a single direction. So here it will not go backward, it cannot move. It starts with the point and moves in a single direction. So if it moves in a single direction, then it is called a race. Either when two lines have a common point, then angle is formed at the common point. This is one angle, this is one angle, this is one angle, this is one angle. Or when two rays meet at a point, angle is formed. So this is called an angle. Now different kinds of angles are there that we'll study in the next class.